Alright, cause I'm back! What's up, how are you doing today? So in this video, man, we're just gonna break down every single bonus ability in the game. Which bonus abilities are better than the others, which one are super bad, which one are super good, and just generally good abilities to get for every single character, right? So let's just get into it. Click on the confirm button, and first of all, whenever you can set up 2 bonus abilities, that's gonna be when you can max out your links to 20. That's currently the max link slots that you can achieve in the game, and after then you're gonna click on this tab, right? And you can even change the ability if you want to. If I want to change to like last this survival from long stride, I will need to like use up these materials, right? So let's just get into it, you know. What I want to say before getting into the bonus abilities, that the damage to the slowed enemies, confused or lacerated is always gonna be 40%, and the rest is gonna be 20%, right? We're just gonna get back into this topic in a little bit. Let's go with the first one. Dodge 15% is super lock based, and most of the times it's only used in brave battles. However, it can be, you know, okay for like autoing as well. Last ditch survival is mostly only used for attack based characters because they don't really have better abilities to get sometimes, and it's just generally good for autoing content. Low stamina damage boost, yeah, again, it doesn't really give you that much of an advantage in like PvE content because most of the times you want to stay at max stamina, so it's only used in like brave battles or like epic raids. Prevent brave battle healing is just an ability that's not gonna let the enemy to heal in brave battles. Stamina recovery 25% can be a good ability to choose, especially if you have already the best abilities in the game. Resistance against any type of status ailment is always gonna be 55%, so there is really no reason for me to go over with the drain, with the paralysis, with the freeze and things like that. You're always gonna choose this ability, especially for the attack characters if you need to be immune for like some type of status ailment in like guild quests. But like besides that, it's not really mandatory to like get the immunities, right? Increased crystal jewel drop is always a good ability to choose for a character that you're not gonna use outside of crystal zone, you know, for like farming crystals and jewels, right? Besides that, it kind of would be just a waste. It's the same thing with the coin drop as well. If you're using the character only for farming coins, yeah, coin drop bonus ability is gonna be good for them. Again, as I said before, damage to the slowed, confused or lacerated is always gonna be 40%, but the others are gonna be, right, as you can see guys, the others are gonna be always 20%, right? For an example, frozen is 20, confused is 40, right? So only choose damage to the specific status ailment ability if your character has that status ailment. Otherwise, it's just a throwaway ability and you're not gonna do anything with it. You know, for an example, if your character doesn't have any status ailment, please do not choose damage to the drained enemies because you're never gonna inflict drain on them and you're never gonna get the 20% damage. Some people are choosing here and there damage to these specific enemies even if they don't have the status ailment to inflict it because like they are only using that character in guild quest and the host character is gonna inflict, for an example, freeze, right? And your side characters are gonna do more damage to the frozen enemy as well. Yeah, at that occasion, yeah, it's gonna be good, but besides that, it's just a throwaway ability. Vehicle defense is one of the best ability that you can choose, especially if you're an SP character, because it adds a defense debuff on the enemy with your special move. For a short period of time, they just gonna have a lower defense, causing you to like do more damage, and that's about it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, this ability is mostly used for like boss content, but it can be good in PvE as well, you know, like nuking rooms with like your special move and anything like that. But for epic raids and guild quests, this ability is super insane. Weakening attack, there is really no reason for me to even say anything about it because it's like totally useless. It just lowers down the enemy's attack for like a short period of time and that's about it, you know? Sprinter is gonna be a good ability to choose just because you can dash a little bit faster. However, I would advise getting long stride instead of the sprinter just because the dashes are with a longer distance, you know, so you can dash a little bit faster than with the sprinter. But your dashes are gonna be a little bit more narrow than with the sprinter, right? If you know what I mean. Sometimes it can feel clunky to dash with the long stride, and that's perfectly fine. I get that, but if you only have, you know, sprinter +1 and you want to dash a little bit faster, I think long stride is better than sprinter, right? Start barrier will give you 10 barriers at the start of the game, and it's only kind of like used in like guild quest and brave battles, but mostly in like brave battles, you know? The barrier expires in a few seconds and that's about it. And Pierce barrier is just literally ignoring the barriers. And again, this is only used in like brave battles. Healer is increasing the healing effect and is mostly used only for characters that can actually heal. And I do not mean like drain, you know, like lifesteal or things like that. You know, or like healing between rooms with like stamina recovery links. No, if you have an ability that is actually a heal, you know, if you know what I mean, right? It's just increasing the healing effect. I don't know by how many percentage, but it's like, it's kind of noticeable, you know, especially on the good characters. Heat hidden enemies is only good if you're facing most of the times enemies that are underground and you don't want to apply always a Zeta Burutan pill on your character, but that's about it. And saving the best for the last, full stamina damage boost 25% is gonna give you 25% more damage on your auto attacks, on your abilities, on your ultimate, and that's about it, man. It can be used on a SP character or attack character, it really doesn't matter. It's mostly used on SP though, but it can be really good on attack characters as well. So if we would have to like rank abilities which are the best to choose, in my opinion, it's full stamina damage boost, damage to the X enemies, and weaken defense. These are most of the times really good. It doesn't matter for what character. I mean, weaken defense is kind of bad on like attack characters, if you know what I mean, because your ultimate is not really doing damage or your abilities. So yeah, only choose weaken defense for like, you know, SP characters. But damage to the X enemies, full stamina damage boost is always gonna be the best abilities that you can choose, in my opinion. And if you need weaken defense, swap out one thing here, or you use this character for this, for that, you know, for like brave battles, of course, start barrier, pierce barrier, things like that. Dodge rate is really good. Heat hidden enemies is utility ability. So, you know, just like generally like the best abilities that you can choose is always full stam and damage to the X enemies if you have that state ability, right? After that, it's always gonna come down to your character, right? So if you have this, then you're gonna choose this. If you're this type of character, you're gonna choose that ability, right? It doesn't have to be always full stam and damage to the X enemies, you know? Most of my characters are with like full stam and long stride, or like damage to this and long stride, or like hit hidden enemies, long stride, you know? I really like personally long stride because it's like, you know, it's way more fun to play with the unit. You're dashing faster, even though, yeah, maybe you're not doing like the best damage that you could do, but it doesn't really matter, you know? It's fun to play with the unit. And that's about it, man. Just like choose wisely, and hopefully the guide was informative enough and it's not like 10 minutes or 5 minutes long. I truly hope so, if you know what I mean. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, man. Hopefully it was helpful. If you didn't understand like something, let me know in the comment section below, right? And if you like the content, feel free to sub to the channel to don't miss these videos. Have a great day / night. Take care and bye bye.